Hi everyone, it's me, Hopefully Skinny, and I'm back for my week 43rd update. So let's do the numbers real quick. My highest recorded weight was 557 pounds. My surgery weight on July 24th, 2014 was 366. And my current weight is, last week I weighed in at 245, and this week I weigh in at 248. So that is a 3-pound gain. And I would be concerned about it, except I'm losing massive inches. I am now almost too small for size 18. So the only thing I can really contribute it to, because I am eating healthy and I'm very active and I'm working out a lot, is the fact that I've upped my strength training and I've upped my weights. So I think that I'm gaining muscle mass and my middle's shrinking. Yay! For me, I always thought that my inches would come off slow and that the pounds would come off faster. But it's simply the opposite. My inches are shrinking really fast right now, and my pounds are going really slow. But whatever, I'm getting healthier, and I'm active, and all that stuff. So, past week. 3 weeks ago, I said that my bike got stolen, and I wasn't necessarily too upset about the bike being stolen, as that one of my exes had given it to me, had gotten it for me, and I just didn't want associated memories with him anymore. I was upset because I knew that I was getting 3 jobs and that exercise would be a little bit more difficult for me, especially with the whole thing going on with my instructor and not being able to go to his classes, that the bike was another option for me to get my exercise in. So my daddy, he surprised me on Friday and got me a hybrid cruiser. And it's pink. It's a Susan G. Komen bike, so it's a breast cancer awareness bike. And it's lightweight and it is adorable. So I've been riding like every day. I love it. Yeah, so I was really excited for that. And I named her Shirley. So I took Shirley out. And so last week, I guess like I'm still processing things that happened with my instructor, which was funny because like when I broke up with the guy before him, it was just like kind of like done really fast. And like, you know, I was upset obviously, but like I wasn't as tied emotionally to him, and I think I liked him more because he was the first guy that I dated long term. So my instructor, I actually felt really emotionally tied towards, especially towards the end. So I know last week when I did my video, I said I'm not mad. I'm just hurt and disappointed and, you know, confused. Right now, I'm fucking pissed. Like, I am so pissed right now. And the reason why I'm pissed is, one, before he got together with his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend again, he had an emotional responsibility to me, and he really shrunk away from that. And while I do think he is a nice guy, and he's a great guy, and he deserves happiness, and I still believe that if this decision is what makes him happy, then he needed to do this decision for himself. But it was handled wrong, and it doesn't change the fact that I'm really pissed right now. I did see him for a minute last week. I went to the strength training class before his hip hop class, and I left a little bit early, and he showed up to work just a little early, and he parked next to me, and he waved at me, and I was like, and I drove off. Like, I just backed out really fast and drove away. Not because I was like all like afraid of talking to him. No, it was because in that moment I got really, really angry with him. And I wasn't angry before. I got really angry, and I did not want our first conversation to happen when I was that angry with him, because it would not do anything to solve or give me the closure that I need. And while I can be emotional because I am a human, I'm also very logical, and I realize that it would not be appropriate in front of his job to go all bitchy. Not that I will, because in the end, I do want his workplace to still remain safe for him, and you know, where it's not stressed out for him, because, you know, I may be pissed off at him, but I still do care. So I'm trying to balance those two negative emotions. I will be going to his class on Tuesday so far. Here are reasons why. One, I started 3 jobs, and I don't get much time to go to the gym. Tuesdays, Mondays, and Thursdays looks like those are going to be the only times that I'm going to be able to go to the gym. So when I go to those gyms, I need to get as much workout as I can. And so his class is the only class open at the time that's not like Tabata, boot camp, or, you know, intense yoga or Pilates or intense step. So I will be initiating back into his class, and I'm hoping to do it this week. Hopefully it will be something that it goes well and everyone's okay and comfortable. Also, it will give an opportunity to open up a dialogue if he chooses to, or if I accept it. I don't know if I will be ready to talk to him at that time because, like I said, I'm still feeling very angry, and I do not want our first conversation to be about anger. I want it to be about closing, having closure and healing, and possibly building some type of relationship where we can see each other and be civil, if not friendly. Like I said, I'm confused because the relationship didn't end badly, so and perhaps I am overreacting, and maybe next week my feelings will have changed, but this is where I'm feeling presently with my emotions. I definitely don't want to start the conversation with "you're a fucking idiot," so there's that. So dating, yes, I've been on a few dates. Last Friday, not this past Friday, Friday before, I talked briefly about it in my last video. I met someone from Davis. He was a PhD student. He was studying for his doctorate in sociology. We went to Indian food and we walked around the neighborhood in Midtown, and we had a fantastic time. He kept telling me that it was gorgeous and pretty and funny, and that he was entertained, and he thought I was vivacious and personable, and he had a great time on the date. And I was impressed with him because he doesn't have a car, so he made a huge effort to come see me. So literally moments after the date ended, when he's on the bus, like literally moments, he texts me and tells me he had a great time and he's looking forward to seeing me. So I just respond that I had a good time too, and thank you for his time. Which I thought it was appropriate for a first date. He texted me once in the weekend asking me how my day was going, and I said it was going fantastic. And that's where that conversation left. Now, I did not text him or, call him or any of that because, for one, he's in the doctorate program in UC Davis. He has a son and he has a job, and finals are going on. So I figured he was busy, and I figured when he got time, he would talk to me, and if I had time, I would see him. For like a second date. So he messaged me on OkCupid, which is the site that we met on, and he left a very long essay about how he felt that I was disinterested, that I didn't text him enough, and that basically he was obsessing over what I was thinking and about me. And that he continued on to write about why he thinks he's not ready for a relationship. Okay, first off, I wasn't thinking about a relationship with him. It was just a date. And second, it was a first date. If he had simply text messaged me, not messaged me on OkCupid, and then promptly delete his account so that I can't respond. And if he just simply text messaged me and said, "Hey, had a great time. There's a lot going on with me right now, and I don't think I could date anyone," I'd be like, "That's cool. Had a great time too. I hope things work out for you." And that would have been fine. But there was no recourse for me to respond or be supportive of him or, anything. So that was a little odd. And I think his response was a little extreme. But that's cool. It's fine. So I went on a date with someone on Monday as well. And this guy I met on the line as well. And he recognized me right away when I came up. He'd been asking me out for a while. And I had told him no because I was dating my instructor and I liked him and I wanted to see where things would go with him. But of course, I'm not dating my instructor anymore, so he got me at the right time, and I was like, yeah, I'll go on a date. And so the minute he sees me, he kind of like shrinks into himself. And I was like, hey, how are you? I'm Nikki. And he's like, yeah, nice to meet you. I recognized you. He's like, you look like your pictures. And I was like, thanks. And I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just nervous. I haven't dated for a while. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a great date. I'm very friendly. I'm not mean. We're going to have a fantastic time. And so we go into the restaurant, and so he looks at me. He's like, I can't believe I met you on a dating site. And I was like, why? He's like, well, you're beautiful and you're successful and you have your stuff together. Like, I don't date girls like that. They're all like, and I was like, okay, well, that's great, right? I'm already a leg up. We're going to have a fantastic time. And so we were talking, he asked me about my job, and of course, I'm very proud of where I've been in my life right now. I've worked really hard to get these 3 jobs. I worked really hard in my weight loss and my appearance, and I'm just ecstatic with my life. I have great friends, great family, and You know, I was just sharing my happiness with him, and he was like, and I was like, what about you? And he's like, well, right now I just feel like this big compared to you. And I was like, why would you feel that way? And he's like, I'm just a janitor. And I was like, okay, but you take care of yourself. You're financially responsible. That's great. That's awesome. That's great to start off with. And he's like, I just don't feel like I could ever measure up. I feel like I have to compete with you, and I'm never going to be able to do that. I was like, well, this is a first date. There's no competing with me. It's simply just enjoying each other's company and getting to know each other. But I knew at that point that the date was dead and that there wasn't going to be a second date. Even if he asked me, there would be no way. But throughout the whole thing, he like started to cry, and he, rushed the date. And I just tried to be as gentle with him as I could. And I was like, did I say anything or do anything to make you feel bad? That was not my intention. Like, I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. I don't think you're a bad person, and I don't think there's any reason why you should feel less than anybody else. And I was like, there are women in this room that are 1,000 times prettier than I am. I said, but I can walk in and own this room because I believe I can, because I believe that I'm beautiful. I believe that I'm smart. And people are going to believe that if you believe it. And like, he just felt so down on himself that the only thing I could do to make him feel good was to pull out all my fat photos and show him. And that was really humiliating for me, but I did it. And so we ended the date, and I'm sitting in my car, like, charging my phone and getting ready to leave. And I just don't want anybody to feel bad about themselves because of something I said or I did. And I remember feeling that bad. I remember feeling like I could measure up to so many people. And I just don't want to be that person that makes anybody else feel that way. And I had to kind of just like let it go because I can't be responsible for how he feels. So that was a rough day. It was very heartbreaking. So I am seeing, I think I have 3 other guys that I have dates with the next 2 weeks. One of them's Thursday. He's here in Sacramento. I'm looking forward to that. He's 36, so he's close to my age. And he seems nice, so we'll see how that goes. We're going to have coffee. Yay! And then the other gentleman is, I'm kind of really excited about him because I've been talking to him for a week now. And he's in San Francisco, and that might work out because I have to go to San Francisco once or twice a month for work. And he's definitely different. He's very financially secure, which that doesn't really matter to me as long as like they take care of their responsibilities. I'm cool with their money. But it definitely gives him an added sense of confidence. So I'm looking forward to someone that's really confident in themselves. But he is saying what all the other 3 guys are saying, and the guy on Monday is that he can't believe he met me on a dating site, and he's just like, you're successful, you're beautiful, you're funny, you're personable, like you are everything, and I found you on a dating site. Like, aren't there like guys in Sacramento that will date you? And I was like, and I explained to him about my job. And I was like, I work online, so, it's not like I can date coworkers or, date customers or people that I meet from work or anything like that. The only places I'm really meeting people organically is the gym, and dating my instructor didn't work out so well. So, yeah. So there's that. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, don't get me wrong. I like it when guys tell me that I'm gorgeous and I'm too good and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want them to feel inferior. I want them to feel equal to me. So there's that. So I think I'm going to leave that with that. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So remember that weight loss is about being healthy and not a size or a number. And that I hope the other side of surgery is as bright for you as it has been for me. And you guys have a happy, healthy, safe journey, because this is all about being healthy. And if you make decisions that are not right for your body or can damage your body, it's only going to set you back in your goal. So make sure that you talk to your healthcare professional before you make any decisions about weight loss, surgery, or diet or exercise, because we want to make sure that this is healthy for you. So until next week, everyone, bye.